We know that managing money and building wealth can be a daunting task, but don't worry, we're here to help. In this video, we'll be sharing valuable tips and expert strategies to help you take control of your finances and set yourself up for financial success. So let's get started. Setting financial goals. In this chapter, we're going to dive into the crucial first step of managing your money and building wealth, setting financial goals. Now, you might be thinking financial goals, boring, but trust us, setting financial goals is actually one of the most exciting parts of taking control of your finances. Think about it, without a clear idea of what you want to achieve, how will you know if you're making progress? Setting financial goals gives you a roadmap for your money and helps you stay focused on the things that matter most to you. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of setting goals, let's talk about the different types of financial goals. There are short-term goals, which are things you want to achieve in the next year or two, like paying off credit card debt or saving for a down payment on a car. And then there are long-term goals, which are things you want to achieve in 5, 10, or even 20 years, like saving for retirement or purchasing a vacation home. Both short-term and long-term goals are important, but the key is to make sure they're realistic and achievable. Just like setting a goal to become a professional basketball player if you're not taller than 5 feet, setting unrealistic financial goals can be disheartening and demotivating. Here are a few tips for setting realistic and achievable financial goals. 1. Start small. If you're new to setting financial goals, it's best to start with something manageable, like saving $50 a month. 2. Be specific. Instead of saying I want to save more money, be specific about how much you want to save and by when. 3. Make them measurable. It's important to have a way to track your progress and make sure you're on track to achieving your goals. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to setting financial goals that will help you take control of your money and build wealth. It's important to remember that goal setting is an ongoing process and should be reviewed and modified accordingly. So let's get started and set some financial goals that will make a real difference in your life. Budgeting and spending habits. Now, we know that the word budget can sometimes have a negative connotation, but budgeting is actually one of the most powerful tools you have for managing your money and achieving your financial goals. You see, budgeting is all about understanding exactly where your money is going and making conscious decisions about how you want to spend it. Without a budget, it's easy to lose track of your spending and end up with less money than you expected at the end of the month. There are many different budgeting methods out there, but the 50-30-20 rule is a great place to start. The rule states that you should allocate 50 of your income to necessities, 30 to wants, and 20 to savings and debt repayments and debt repayment. Of course, you can adjust the percentages to fit your own situation, but the important thing is to have a clear idea of where your money is going. Another popular budgeting method is the envelope method, where you physically set aside cash in envelopes labeled for different expenses. I-U-U-E rent, groceries, entertainment, and only spend the cash that's allocated for each expense is allocated for each expense. When it comes to spending habits, it's important to recognize that small daily expenses can add up over time. For example, purchasing a $5 cup of coffee every day for a month comes out to $150. That's a large sum of money and could have been invested or put towards paying off debt. It's important to be mindful of your spending habits and make small adjustments to your lifestyle, like bringing coffee from home or prepare your own lunch. It can make a big difference in the long run. By setting a budget and becoming mindful of your spending habits, you'll be well on your way to managing your money and achieving your financial goals. Budgeting isn't about living a life of deprivation. It's about taking control of your money and making conscious decisions about how you want to spend it. So grab a pen and paper and let's start budgeting. It might take a little effort to get started, but once you see the results, you'll be glad you did. Investing and building passive income. Before we get to that, I would like to introduce the sponsor of this video, the Frugal Living Handbook. Our comprehensive ebook covers everything you need to know about living a frugal and rewarding life, including creating a budget, identifying areas for cost cutting, and much more. Order our ebook via the first link in the video description and start your journey towards financial stability and security. Now let's get back into the video. Are you ready to take your financial game to the next level? In this chapter, we're going to talk about investing and building passive income. Investing can seem intimidating, but the truth is it's one of the most effective ways to build wealth. When you invest your money, you're essentially putting it to work for you, so it can grow and make you more money. And when it comes to building passive income, investing is key. Passive income is money that you earn without actively working for it. It's like having your money work for you. It can come in the form of dividends from stocks, rental income from real estate, or interest from bonds. The key is to find investments that generate income without you having to put in a lot of time and effort. When it comes to investing, there are many different options available, from stocks to bonds to real estate. The key is to find an investment that fits your risk tolerance, goals, and time horizon. Stocks are a popular choice for investing because they have the potential for high returns, but they also come with a higher level of risk. Bonds, on the other hand, are generally considered to be less risky than stocks, but they also have lower potential return. Real estate is another great option for investing because it can provide steady rental income and has the potential for long-term appreciation. Whatever investment you choose, it's important to diversify your portfolio. This means spreading your money across different investments so that if one investment doesn't perform well, the others can help balance it out. Another key to investing is avoiding common mistakes like investing in something without doing proper research or trying to time the market. It's also important to have a long-term perspective, as investing for the short term could result in missing out on potential gain. By investing and building passive income, you'll be taking a big step towards financial freedom and achieving your long-term financial goals. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or new to the game, it's time to start thinking about how you can put your money to work for you. Managing debt. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about debt. Yes, debt can be a tricky and overwhelming topic, but the truth is, it's a part of life for many of us. Whether it's a mortgage, student loan, or credit card debt, understanding how to manage it is essential to achieving financial stability. First, let's talk about different types of debt. There's good debt and bad debt. Good debt is debt that's used to invest in something that will increase in value, like a mortgage or student loan. Bad debt is debt used to purchase something that will decrease in value, like credit card debt. Now, no one wants to be in debt, but the important thing is to understand how to manage it in a way that's beneficial to your financial well-being. One option for managing debt is consolidating it. This means taking out one big loan to pay off multiple smaller ones. This can make it easier to manage your payments and can also lower your interest rate. Another option is a balance transfer, which allows you to transfer high-interest credit card debt to a card with a lower interest rate. This can save you money on interest and make it easier to pay off your debt. There's also the snowball method and the avalanche method, which are popular debt repayment strategies. The snowball method prioritizes paying off the smallest debt first, while the avalanche method prioritizes paying off the highest interest rate debt first. The key is to find the method that works for you and stick to it. It's also important to avoid falling into the trap of accruing more debt while trying to pay off existing debt. Avoid unnecessary expenses, pay more than the minimum, be mindful of the interest rate, and have a plan to pay off the debt as soon as possible. Managing debt can be challenging, but by understanding your options, having a plan, and sticking to it, you can take control of your debt and move towards financial freedom. It's important to remember that it's never too late to start taking steps to manage your debt and improve your financial situation. Building and maintaining good credit. Good credit is like having a secret superpower. It opens doors and gives you access to opportunities that those with poor credit can only dream of. Whether it's getting approved for a mortgage or a credit card with a low interest rate, having good credit can make a big difference in your life. So, what is a credit score, and how is it determined? A credit score is a 3-digit number that reflects your credit worthiness. It's based on information in your credit reports and ranges from 300 to 850. The higher your score, the better. Your credit score is determined by several factors, including your payment history, the amount of debt you have, the length of your credit history, and the types of credit you have. One of the most important factors in building and maintaining good credit is making your payments on time. Late payments can have a major negative impact on your credit score. It's also important to keep your credit card balances low and avoid opening too many new accounts at once. In addition to managing your credit, You should also check your credit reports regularly. Credit reports are a record of your credit history and can contain errors that can negatively affect your credit score. By checking your reports and fixing any errors, you can ensure that your score accurately reflects your credit worthiness. Building and maintaining good credit takes time and effort, but the payoff is worth it. With good credit, you'll have access to better interest rates, be able to qualify for loans and credit cards with better terms, and even have a better chance of getting approved for a job or apartment. So take the time to build and maintain good credit, and you'll be on your way to achieving your financial goals and unlocking opportunities that you never thought possible. By now, you should have a better understanding of how to set financial goals. Budget effectively, invest wisely, manage debt, and build and maintain good credit. But this video is just the beginning. Managing your money and building wealth is an ongoing process, and it's important to remember that small changes can make a big difference. To recap some of the key takeaways from the video, setting financial goals is an important first step towards managing your money and building wealth. Budgeting and being mindful of your spending habits can help you take control of your money and achieve your goals. Investing and building passive income is an effective way to build wealth over time. Managing debt and understanding different debt management strategies can help you achieve financial stability. Building and maintaining good credit can open doors to new opportunities. We hope that this video has been helpful and has inspired you to take action towards managing your money and building wealth. But it's important to remember that it's not just about achieving a certain level of wealth. It's about having control over your money and using it to live the life you want.